everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back for another brand new video, and this is obviously going to be the top players, the top 5 players that should be sold at Ibrox, or 5 Rangers players that should be sold this season. It's going to be a pretty easy video for, I think, most people to guess. Obviously I'm not going to be talking about send-offs and stuff like that as they have already left, but I'm going to be talking about some of the 5 people that I think don't have a future at the club. Maybe it could be signings that's came in now, because there's been 4 or 5 already that don't have a future. They might have a wee bit of value on them, and I'm just wanting to get them out of the club, not necessarily because they might be absolutely terrible players. They might not be like the worst Rangers players that's in the current squad, but I just think personally, for me, there's not really a future of them. If you have missed my last few videos, you want to go back and check, I have made a 5 people that deserves a second chance. You can go and see them. So if you say, oh, why is this guy not here? He might be on a second chance list. You never know. Go back and check. And also, I've already done the 5 players, best players of the season, so you'll be able to find that as well. So let's get into it, lads. 3, 2, 1. Number 5. We are starting with Rob Kiernan. I believe Rob Kiernan should be going pretty quickly, and it's pretty obvious, to be honest with you. There's been a lot of rumours and a lot of inside scoops that he did down tools. He doesn't want to be here. As soon as Warburton was sacked, he decided enough was enough. He wants to move away. Can't handle the pressure. I'm actually one of the guys, if you go back and check, I've always rated him. I thought he was one of the stars of the Celtic game that we drew with them last year in the cup final to knock the cup semi-final, sorry, to knock them out. It's just, I think Warburton was really playing on the wrong style of centre-back, because he certainly wasn't like a ball playing, like he's one of the worst passers of football I've ever seen in my entire life, yet Warburton was forcing him to do that, and I think that's why you saw a lot of him. But if you're just looking for man-on-man defender, I think he's probably one of the best at our club before Cardoza, Bruno Alves, and I think the resurgence of Danny Wilson. So you're just looking at them, and we're hearing 1 or 2 rumours that another centre-back could be coming in soon, and you just think, you know what, we didn't actually need him anymore. So number 5 is going to be Rob Kiernan. Number 4, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, because I know who my first 2 are, and so should you. At this point, if you're a subscriber, you already know. In fact, if you know who number 1 is, what way, like 2 minutes into the video, put yourself down what I've picked as number 1. Who's the number 1 player that should be sold this season? And while you type that, I'm going to have a wee sponsor break. Sponsor? Fresh. Use CJ Novo for 10% off, lads. Boom. Yeah, number 4. What the fuck is even these videos? Number 4 is actually, it's going to be someone I think it's time to move on for them, even though I've stuck up for him a lot. Again, like he was one of the players that I really rated, and I've talked about on the We Welcome to Chase podcast as well, that I think there is something there, but I just think now, and it hurts me to say, that's why I'm sort of dreading saying it, but I'm going to say Martyn Waghorn. I think it's time to move away from him. Big man, it hurts me even to say that. Big 5 bastard. I just want him to leave now, because I think he had a lot of opportunities towards the end of the season. I was one of these guys that was sticking up for him the entire time, saying he should be playing. Give him minutes and he'll score you goals. We gave him minutes. He didn't score any goals. In fact, he missed goals. Like a lot of goals. I know he did take that one chance at Aberdeen and showed he's flashy what he's actually eligible for. And maybe that'll give him another 6 months at the club to try and prove it, because that goal was pure silk. But then you just look at some of these other ones, like the games against Celtic, where he couldn't hit a band door with a shotgun. He's like so poor. And there's obviously that fucking video of him running the ball out by himself against Celtic. Like, he just wins the ball out wide, and then he's got all the space in the world, but he just keeps running, and running, and running, and then he runs out the park. That was a painful day. I just think now, especially with us being going to sign Herrera, there's been this talky Lewis Moult, who I will speak about in the next Rangers roundup, maybe tomorrow or something like that. When we've got Joey Garner, who we cannot sell just now. A lot of people saying, why should we not sell Garner? We've still not paid for Garner. We're still paying in payments. We can't sell him until that's all paid up. Or we've got a transfer ban like fucking Real and Atletico did. And if that happened at our current state, we'd be fucking dead in the water. So yeah, Joey Garner will definitely be here next season, and I think he should be, because I think towards the end of the season he showed what he was capable of. His stock rose. Waghorn certainly fell, and that's unfortunate for Waghorn. I love you, Waggy, you big 5 bastard, but for me, it's time to move on. Bing bang bosh, number 3. And this is where it starts to get a little bit into, because you start thinking about some of the other players and you think, do we really need these guys? And I'm actually going to pick someone that I really like as well, and someone who I really rate, but I just think, again, with these new signings that's came in, I'm just thinking, there's no point in having them at the club anymore. And that's going to be Lee Hodson. Now, Hodson is a consistent 7 out of 10 most games that he plays. But I was disappointed in a couple of the games that he did play towards the end of the season. When he was given a chance, he didn't really take it, and I thought he was really poor. I think he's a better defender than Lee Wallace, who plays at the left-back position, if we play him there. But I think we're going to, the stock's risen of Miles Bierman. Obviously, he's got an international cap now. He's moving on forward. And I believe he's going to be the future at the left-back situation. Obviously, he's got a lot to learn at left-back. But I think now, was bringing in better players, a bit more commanding leaders like the Bruno Alveses of the world, who's going to sort of rub off on Bierman. We might even sign another winger. I know Cardozo can play also left-back as well. So, again, we've got cover there. Even Lee Wallace, Danny Wilson, sorry, he actually has played left-back many, many times. So, you're just looking at that spot and saying, that's a bit filled up. And then you're looking at the right-back situation, you think, Tav's not gone anywhere. He isn't. He is one of our best attacking players in the entire league. And again, with a better defence that can allow him to push forward, I don't know what he's going to be capable of next season. So you look at that, and you've just got to say, I'm sorry, Hodson. I know a lot of you are going to disagree because I know a lot of you really, really like him. But for me, the reasons for the transfer signings, the fact he didn't really grab his chance, he's never really a standout defender either. Doesn't seem to have the leadership qualities that I want to be moving forward with the club. Like I said, he was good championship player, and in the first league, he done really well. But again, if you want to make that step up to push for second place, to get into like the European, what's it called now? Fucking Europa League, that's it. The Europa League. If you want to actually qualify for that, we're not going to be able to do it with Hodson. So, unfortunately, it breaks my heart to say it. Hodson is number 3. Let's move into some of the ones that's going to get me in trouble and get a lot of dislikes. Also, I just want to say, like, the likes of Nico Crancher and stuff like that won't be in here. I know I've always talked about their injury problems, but he has got a bit of class. And in European games, we're going to need that little bit of class. So, again, that's why he's not in there. Right, number 2. Oh, no, here we go. Here we go. Number 2, I'm going to go with Lee Wallace, the club captain. I'm going to... oh, shit. Yeah, I've obviously got a lot of trouble previously for mentioning stuff about Lee Wallace and saying that he should be leaving the club. I ridiculed him at the start of the season, and a lot of Rangers Facebook stuff went, this guy's supposed to be a Rangers fan, he's attacking the captain. He's not a captain. He's a silent Disney Day captain. He was absolutely terrorised. If anybody watched the Scotland-Canada game, Fraser Aird absolutely embarrassed him. That was it. You know, I was always kind of topsy-turvy Wallace because I love him because he stayed with the club and then he's been with us the entire time. He was really, really good against the part-timers. Not so good against proper players, as the start of the season showed that, because I think every single goal we conceded was down the left-hand side of Rangers, and that's because he was pushed further forward than Barry Mackay most games. If anyone's watched the full games, not just the highlights, will completely back me up on that. I'm really relying on using the comments, because I feel like this one's going to get bad. So, smash the like button, lads, and drop some comments in, because I need your help. The reason, again, I want to say Lee Wallace, because I've spoken about it previously with Hodson, I've got cover now at the left-back situation. I don't think he's good enough, especially in the European games, and even in the league, I think he's shown that. He was shown up a lot of the times. If Fraser Aird can embarrass him in a Scotland versus Canada match, that's sort of it for me. Again, I think he'd have a little bit of value as well, and he's one of the ones you could actually get a couple $100,000 for if we were willing to sell him, because I know there's a lot of people that rate him, especially there's been sort of numerous things in like not the first division, not the Championship of England, but the division after that, who pay a lot more. There's obviously that, and I'm sure some Scottish clubs would take him, even though I don't think he would actually go to another club. But I just think with the value, with the cover we've got, and the way that he definitely showed, I'd love him to stay. I really would. Like, if he could come out and he starts playing like he did against part-timers, but he's not against part-timers anymore, lads. And he's just no good at for me. So yeah, completely heartbroken to say that. But the club captain, he's not really a captain, but you know what I mean. Has to go in my opinion. That is number 2. And number 1, swing in the chair. Swing. Oh shit. Halliday. It's pretty easy. I don't know. Do we really actually need to go in it? Do I need to do the Robert De Niro club again?
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk. He's a con, a bullshit artist.
So yeah. Andy Halliday's number 1 on my list. Who would have thought that? The reasons being, he's a terrible centre defensive mid. Doesn't protect. He's too lightweight to protect the centre defensive mids. It doesn't track back. Just go back and look at the first goal against Celtic. He just dilly-dally. Should have been sent off in the first 5 minutes. He's not got the composure. He's a Rangers fan, and I absolutely love that about him. He's a season ticket holder who plays at Ibrox, and that's cool. What a great story. He's utter gash. And he was really, really good against the Championship players, but against the bigger style and the better players, he's just been shown up. And I know there's this argument that he's naturally a left-back. Maybe we try playing him at left-back. He's not going to get ahead of Miles Bierman, Cardozo, or even Lee Wallace. He's not a better defender than Lee Wallace. He was trained to be a centre defensive mid now at the club. That's where he wants to play. Apparently that's where he likes playing now. That's why he's been played there more so than playing out on the left side. And he's just not good enough, lads. And I'm not going to harp on about him because I get really into it and I start ranty when I start talking about him. I just think he's weak, he's poor, he's shite. Can he pass the ball? Can he run? Can he track his man? Can he defend? Can he offer anything offensive? Like even his free kicks have got shit. Can he cross the ball? all you can see me today is post he hangs up on Facebook or anything like that, and everyone goes mental because he's a big fan. He can really, really get at talking about a microphone. But that is it. That is my opinion on him, and I've tried to be nice. So Andy Halliday is number 1. That is my top 5, lads. Let's read out a couple of your guys' name. We'll end the video right here and then read out the first maybe 5 or so, because this video is a wee bit longer than normal, and I'm quite tired. So let's have a wee look to see. Wow, there's quite a lot sitting in. So the very first one comes in from Ian1872 at Ian72. He just says one name. It's Tavernier. Controversial. I don't agree. Can't mate Pedro the Prodi, channel legend. He's put a top 5 in Halliday, and he's put in brackets. Sorry for mentioning his name. Can't believe you, Cammy. After all we've been through. Holt, Senderos, Waghorn, and Wallace. Oh yeah, he said what? He's actually said Wallace number 1. So all that hate you're directing at me, aim at him. Because I only said him at number 2, lads. Matthew Taylor at Matty Taylor 11, aka the man who hunts for the number. Can everybody that's watching this video just not write any comments in until Matthew's put his comment in? That'd be great if anyone could watch that. Kiernan, Waghorn, Halliday, sadly. Windass, and I sadly feel Wallace hasn't been playing great in my opinion. Yes! Another person saying Lee Wallace. Maybe I want to get slaughtered in the comments. Halliday, Garner, and Windass come from It's Lewis at It's Lewis. Completely agree, mate. Apart from Garner, I really rate Garner. Robert Edgar at Robert Edgar 1872. Waghorn, Kiernan, Wallace. Bangle Boy, hashtagged it. And I can't say the other name as you hate him in the videos. Follow. Fair play to you, mate. Let's read out 3 more and we're going to end the video right there because we're starting to push over towards the 12-minute mark. And I'm not going to bore you guys. If you are watching this video right now, let's just drop Born in the comments. B-O-U-R-N-E. And I'll know who's watching all the videos right all the way through. David Toner writes in Waghorn, Halliday, Kiernan, and Windass. Very similar to mine apart from Bangle Boy. James72 at James SI72. Halliday, Waghorn, MOH, Kiernan, and either Tav or Hodson. I know you for Hodson. So yeah, I'm actually just going to end the video there, lads. Sorry if I didn't read out your comment. I'll try and allow more time for it next week, but I'm genuinely just back to the cinema. I'm tired. I've got to edit this. So bing, bang, bosh. Smash the like button if you're watching it and you're subscribing if you're new. I have been CG Novo 992. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.